use the vertical line test to identify functions. So first, let's talk about some terminology. A function is when each domain, or the x value, goes to exactly one range value. So your no x's repeat. That's the big part of a function. So the vertical line test, right? Vertical is this way. So a vertical line is all the same x values. If we think about a coordinate plane, this is my x-axis, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing, -1, -2, -3, -4. So if I do a vertical line here, every point on this line has an x value of 3. So if we throw a vertical line and it crosses the graph in more than one place, that means the x repeats, so it is not a function. So what you're looking for is that when you have a graph and then you put vertical lines all over it, you only want it to touch the graph in one place for it to be a function. Okay, so we have two graphs here. We'll call this graph A and graph B. So in graph A, you'll know we have a straight line. It has a positive slope. And if you think about vertical lines, so if I would take vertical lines and just think about them crossing the graph, you'll notice for this spot, this graph, they only ever cross the graph in exactly one spot. So this is a function because no x's repeat. Okay. Now, in the second graph, if I put vertical lines, it doesn't take much to see that my vertical lines cross the graph in two different spots. So because our vertical line crosses the graph in two spots, we know that the x repeats. So let's just say this maybe has an x value of 4. So this point might be 4, 3, and this point might be 4, -3. Because the x repeats, this is not a function. So really, you're going to just draw vertical lines, see how many times it crosses the graph. If it's more than one, it is not a function.